Right. So we're getting into that time of the year where players have to make up people that hate them just to put a chip on their shoulder.
Well, let me just say this. It's interesting. When we talk about Lamar Jackson, nobody is saying he is not one of the greatest players in the game. That's not really the issue. The issue is he is, in a sense, a world beater, and now we expect it from him. And it just seems as though this team lives or dies by what he does. So right now, he's not doing well. He's in a slump. It's looking terrible. And I just have to ask you, Bart, what is wrong with Lamar? And who is sort of to blame for it?
You know, in this league, you always have to adjust to the adjustment. And I have to go to Greg Roman. He has to have a plan about the cover zero blitz, how teams are starting to attack this team, trying to make Lamar Jackson have to make quick plays, make quick decisions. You got to either go to quick screens, you got to go to condensed bunch routes. You have to have an answer out of every personnel. The thing about the cover zero blitz, you never know when it's coming. So if you're stuck and you're a team that has multiple personnel groups like the Ravens, you have to be prepared every time to have a cover zero answer right there so you don't have free runners. That's Lamar Jackson throwing off his back foot. If they would have understood that shift in motions, we used to do it to Peyton Manning all the time. He start quick screening us. We used to do it to Tebow. He would wait for the outside defender and beat him outside because everybody back his turn. You got to make sure you have an effort. And also the running back in the backfield, you keep him in and then you free release him. If that outside guy doesn't peel with him, you hit his head on the goalpost. But you have to have a game plan out of every personnel group when you get cover zero.
So this is more on the coaches and a game plan than it is on Lamar.
Yeah, he looks ill prepared. Miami did it to him first. And now everybody, this is a copycat league, and now you have to understand you're going to get cover zero in pivotal moments. You have to have a plan for it. You do that by getting to the line of scrimmage early, shifts and motions, and you understand because when you got that flat line of defenders, you know that is coming. You have to have a plan for it. They got more than you can block.
Lewis, what are you seeing out of Lamar?
Yeah, I think some of it is X and O. There's no question about that. Teams have really tried to pressure him and really get after him quickly and make sure that he is on top of it as far as where he needs to go with the football quickly, and they need to have an answer for it. No doubt about that. I think that Baltimore, though, is a team that right now is reeling as far as the injury situation is concerned on both sides of the football. We know that the injuries, how they piled up early on this football team on the offensive side. And when you have guys who are in and out of the lineup, and Lamar has been in and out of the lineup, offense is about timing and continuity and cohesion. And they just haven't really been able to get that to where they can then practice against some of these unique looks, some of the unscouted type of looks that they're getting that they aren't used to, and then have an answer for them. So I think it's a little bit of both. And right now, Lamar is feeling the pressure that, look, every play is a high wire act for me, and I have to make the spectacular play every play because we don't have the ability to just drive the football the length of the field and be methodical. It's because we're not in unison like that. So I think it's going to be more this than it's going to be looking like it's real fundamentally sound, and just get used to it and buckle in.
And I'm so glad you said that because I do not see how a team playing that way makes it to the Super Bowl. That is a difficult task. You put it all on one guy. And Diana, they're coming up against the Browns this weekend. You're covering that game. You're going to be there. And you've been speaking to people on the ground in Cleveland. And what I find really interesting, this is a team that intercepted them 4 times last time out. What are they saying about how they're feeling about the Ravens and their confidence coming into this game?
I'm going to try to get through this reporting here without Bart saying a word. So ready, Bart? So the Cleveland Browns are coming off their bye week, right? We know that Baker Mayfield has dealt with all sorts of injuries. He feels rested. Of course, he's not 100% healthy, but he definitely feels good and confident that this is going to be the best Browns football that we have seen. This is an entire organizational feel right now that the best version of the Cleveland Browns is what we're going to see starting against this Ravens team. They know that they can take full advantage of this depleted secondary. We know Marlon Humphrey is out now. All right, so we know the run game for Cleveland is what makes them go. They've got the guys. They've got the horses there. Baker Mayfield has yet to really have an opportunity to unleash, to throw deep. I was told that this is a game that they're going to allow Baker to take some deep shots because who's going to intercept them? They don't have the guys out there right now for the Baltimore Ravens. We know that they have all these injuries. This is the type of game that this offense can take advantage. And with health now being on the side of Baker Mayfield, they could get the Ravens.
Well, listen, the one thing about the Baltimore Ravens, and Bart, we talked about this before the show. When I think of Baltimore, I think of defense. Defensive DNA. They just don't have it. They don't have it this year. Whether it be through injury, we talked about all the injuries that they have in the secondary. They can't pressure people with 4.
No.
They got to bring more than 4 people to get pressure on the quarterback. And guess what that does? Exposes you on the back end.
Yep.
So for Baltimore, it's like, okay, which one can we do? Which one do we do? Oh. Do we bring more and expose the secondary, or do we just play 4 and, the Cleveland Browns run the ball right at you? It's pick your poison with Baltimore right now on defense.
Real quick.
Zone blitzing. They go back to the old days before we got Terrell Suggs. They go to fire zones where it's calculated pressure, but they protect their secondary by keeping them in cover high. They'll give you underneath throws all day, but eventually they're going to hit your quarterback with one of these fire zones. Trust me.
They're going to have to stop that run.
We got to play. We got to play.
It's not just about Lamar. It's about the defense as well, having to come in and make it happen.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.